It's about to go down. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend Morning Show is back Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean, that's me. Jay Black, Sexy Mo, C-Chum, and celebrity guests that you get nowhere else. That's right, but here on Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends. Go to our YouTube page, Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, and check the exclusive situation all the way out. Or catch it live. Get your comments on Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends are back.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.
We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in the gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. Yes, I do. Michael Sean wears tight shirts every day. I wear tight shirts because I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather. People talking trans when they see me in the street.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heartbeat.
Man, clown me if you want, I'm sticking to my guns. And when December comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my six-pack right through my shirt. And even if I wanted to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
What? Did I take it too far? What?
Yes.
Whatever. Tight shirts in the morning at work and when I grieve. I even wear tight pajama tops when I sleep. Tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. Every day. My son wears tight shirts. To the gym or wherever. Tight shirts. Tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, Michael Sean and We the Worst Records, Ludo, Aristotle, and P. Skills have just destroyed or created another perfectly horrible song.
I'm late, let's get to it.
If you see me and you tryna see what's up, he wanna fuck with me, then I'ma have him stuck.
Late, let's get to it, let's get to it. Single mic, get to it.
If you see me and you tryna see what's up, he wanna fuck with me, then I'ma have him stuck.
Single mic, get to it. Single mic, looking for them. Looking for them. Oh, it's Friday. Looking for them.
If you see me and you tryna see what's up, he wanna fuck with me, then I'ma have him stuck.
Sorry. I'm sorry, it's Friday, ladies and gentlemen. It's Friday, it's Friday, it's Friday, it's Friday, it's Friday. We done made it through another week of drama and turmoil and all that other good stuff, and we made it. And today is officially, the man is here Monday through Friday, but his day is actually on Friday, so we gotta put the intro on.
Protected by the red, the black, and the green.
Put your hands in the air! Make some noise!
Time to get your knowledge up and get ready to write down some facts with Dr. Aaron Smith.
Heed the words of the brother, Sissy.
Dr. Aaron Smith, good morning. I know I'm late. Good morning. What's good? For those who don't know, today we're going to have a special situation at 8 o'clock where we're going to say 8 o'clock, but it depends on whether if Doc is going to upgrade. Will he be upgraded by then? Because for those who
I'm upgrade early. I'm just tapping in for the good mornings. And I'm running.
So he's gonna go upgrade. We're gonna get him ready. It's gonna be facts with that. I didn't want to say fun facts. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to put nothing cute fun facts. Some of these facts y'all may not like. Y'all may not like these facts. Some of these facts may so may rub you the wrong way. It may rub you the wrong way. And I honestly don't care. Yeah, I don't care today. As a matter of fact, I didn't even take my meds. I got some meds. I take them one at a time.
My medication
to level me out because I don't like when my schedule is thrown off. I don't like when my schedule. Matter of fact, let me go take my pill. Talk to the people. Tell everybody how your night was, Dr. Aaron Smith. Let me go get my meds so I don't take it out on them. Let me go get it. I'll be right back. Go ahead. You
All
talk to the
right,
people.
great night. Warming up for the good mornings. Talk to the people. It's Friday. We made it. We made it. You see the bus behind me. I'm in the mix. In the trenches, about to run inside on campus. But one thing that was definitely troubling me, I realized that I was studying Carl Jung, and he was talking about solitude. How a lot of times when people are real in their heads, they find solitude to be strengthening. And I noticed that, creating books and things like that, it's like, it could be a lonely endeavor, but people make a lot more progress that way oftentimes. But when you're entering a space like the public square, right? Like Malcolm X would say, make it plain, message to the grassroots. The true gift and the true talent is to be able to take all this information and to relate it, in layman's terms, in ordinary terms that people can understand and comprehend and relate to one another. So I said there's a middle ground that people need to meet on, because it's not for the academic to use 20 syllable words, but it's also not for the populace to be so woefully uninformed about the basic facts that we can't connect and be in dialogue and benefit from each other's perspective and expertise. So I took it upon myself to be like, well, you're the professor, so if somebody's not, understanding these things, and I had to take some onus of accountability and responsibility. So I said, you know what, I can, teach the world. If I'm not teaching the temple, I could teach even more people, So I would take these opportunities, because to give people a free college course education throughout the course of a year, you probably have at least one semester worth of time, in a college class, if you haven't been in a while, or if you've never been, right? So some of the things that have been in the public, in terms of African history, African people didn't have libraries or didn't have words or didn't, just nonsense, right? So, but I realized that there's always this ebb and flow, like a white backlash to black progress, whether it's financial, whether it's literal in terms of freedom, right, and black codes and Jim Crow. So I realized that in the 90s there was a major push to clear up, the identity of the ancient Egyptians and all these other things, and if Columbus was really the first person in America. But I realized that when the story dies down and people assume that everybody knows, they attack the next generation. So I see a lot on TikTok about debates and disputes that have long been settled by previous generations. But the point of these arguments, the new propaganda, is not for us. It's to confuse the younger people and the children.
All right. Well, that's a good way to start. That's a good way to start, Dr. Smith. At 8 o'clock, he's gonna drop some more facts. Listen, people, if y'all think I'm playing, no, there's some stuff I take in the morning time just to level me out, because when I don't know the proper term for it. When my schedule is thrown off, I'm not a person who handles my schedule being thrown off for different things. So I need something to just get me back into, now it doesn't happen all of a sudden, but as it goes in, but as it flows through the body,
No, it's good to be self-aware, right? Everybody needs to know what triggers them.
It triggers. And I'm glad you brought that up, Doc. We're going to get to these good mornings, and then we're going to go to triggers. I saw an interesting post that a man made. He was putting a bike together for his daughter, and he talked about triggers. But let's get to these good mornings, and then don't forget 8 o'clock. It goes down. Jeanette was first up to bat. You was number one in the dugout. You came out ready to play ball. I'm not going to say pause. Ready to play ball. Jeanette, good morning. Miss Parker, good morning. Jeanette, good morning. Who else we got on here? Asha Boo, good morning. And blessings to your beautiful self. Asha Boo. To the legendary ladies and gents and the host with the most. Thank you, Miss Parker. Miss Parker, next week we're at Comedy at Harlem, I think. I'm pretty sure it's Comedy at Harlem. You never know. Afro Queen, what up? What up? KT, what's going on? What's going on? Afro. Who else? We got any? I think Trent said it. What you say, Ashibu? Good morning, Fearless. Knowledge on tap. Jeanette, Shelly, happy Friday, girl. Happy Friday. Do we got any dudes? I thought I saw Trendsetter in here. I must have skipped. He said Trendsetter already got the upgrade. I don't know. I must have skipped over that. All right, let me play this little clip. It was interesting to me.
And keep me on. Throw me in the box, but keep me on so I can see the clip while I run it.
All right. So I'm gonna run in there. All right. So the show is Facts with Dr. Aaron Smith and also your triggers. And this was interesting to me. because the word triggers is overused like everything else. It's factual. It's got basis, but everybody thinks that the world is at the beck and call of your triggers. That's why I took the meds earlier. That's why I just popped over there and made sure I stayed on my regimen. But sometimes I feel like I come up short when I try to explain things, and I feel like I don't do it the justice it deserves. And this gentleman made a video, and the way he did it was pretty. I'm not gonna say genius, but it was almost like he was dealing with a trigger that happened while he was making this post. So I'm gonna let you watch this, and maybe y'all not as interested, but I am. So damn it, I'm playing this. I'm playing this.
That means I'm at the end of my healing journey. You, my friend, are at the very beginning. Understanding what triggers you is a good first step. Having a level of honesty where you don't convince yourself. Almost done, boo. Trust me, you don't want to be out here. It's hot.
It's okay, we do.
Give me some space so I can knock it out real quick. It's okay, I'm coming. Big house full of toys and games and y'all are bored? Okay. All right, I'll come and get y'all when I'm done, I promise. See, like that triggers me. Let's walk through this. Why does that trigger me? I'm triggered because I feel like they don't have the right to be bored. A gigantic, beautiful house in the safe suburbs. Parents that can afford a good living for them. More toys than they could ever play with. A AC blasting at 68 degrees. They have so many things in that house that I never had. But they don't care about my past, nor should they. So I have an irrational belief that they don't have the right to be bored because their upbringing is different than mine. Is that fair to them? No. Not at all. I may not like how what they said made me feel, but that's my thing to deal with. It doesn't have to turn into their thing to deal with because it negatively impacts me. And bored is just a feeling. They have the right to be bored. So while part of me wanted to give a lecture, instead I just asked for space. You have a right to feel a way that makes me feel a way without me having to retaliate in some way. Just being a human sometimes, your response it'll make you lash back out. So in order to not do that, nah, give me some space, give me a little room. I can hear a thing that made me uncomfortable and be okay. You could be bored for a little bit and be okay. But I'm trying to do a better job of not turning small things into bigger things because they trigger me. Did I set off my trigger? No. But my triggers are my responsibility to see coming, my responsibility to react to, my responsibility to navigate through safely. My childhood is my childhood, it's not theirs. They shouldn't have to keep my childhood in mind while they live theirs. I understand all my traumas, so.
They shouldn't have to. It's just interesting to me, that last part. These are your triggers. These are your triggers, and you can't keep bringing up. I'm not saying bring it up. You can't. You are the one who obviously should be aware of them. And being aware of your triggers doesn't give you the right to push this on everybody else because this triggers you. It's up to you to deal with it. He told his daughter, give me some space. Just give me some space. Could have jumped into a whole lecture on how you're ungrateful, how I bought you all these gifts, how the house is lovely, and when I grew up, I didn't have this video game, I didn't have that PlayStation, I didn't have an Xbox, I didn't have cell phones. When we ain't had a right to be bored. Well, that ain't got nothing to do with the kid and the lifestyle that you created for the child. I deal with this every day, trying to dealing with my triggers minute by minute. And I'm telling you, I will give myself a pat on the back. I don't always succeed. Sometimes I fall short. But I address them with myself. I take time out for myself. I take a time out for a second. It might be 5 minutes. I'm like, Mike, this ain't got nothing to do with the situation that's happening. This has something to do with this situation that happens to trigger you differently than everybody else at this job, everybody else in your house, everybody else at the comedy show, everybody else at the radio station, the other person in a relationship. If you happen to be in a relationship, it triggers you differently. But the maturity is to understand that the easy part is to lash out and be like, oh, what you just said just triggered me. Especially when the person was like, it's not what I meant. Yeah, but that's not the case. You need to respect my triggers. You need to respect. No. You need to respect your triggers, and you need to deal with the growth and the healing from those triggers. Because if that's the case, you just going to live on with these triggers forever, and everybody got to walk around in eggshells around you because you never know what it might be. It could be a place you go. It could be a phrase that's used. It could be a belief that nobody knows triggers you. It could be a thought process that nobody knows triggers you. It could be anything. It could be environment. It could be situation. It could be anything. And our triggers in the society we live in, and I'm 54, so I know people around my age. People think their triggers are law. That triggers me, so that means that is wrong. Because it triggers me, that means I'm right that it triggers me, because that's whatever it is, because that's wrong. That's not the case. What triggers you could be perfectly fine for somebody else. What triggers you may have somebody looking at you would just look like, what? Which leads to another trigger. Oh, what, you're trying to gaslight me? You're trying to say I don't make any sense anymore? No, we're trying to say deal with your shit. Deal with your shit. And ain't nothing worse than a person with a bunch of triggers who has a bunch of co-signers who co-sign their nonsense and believe the entire world to live by these damn triggers. The entire world should be like, hey, that is wrong to say. Bitch, you're just saying it because you want to co-sign somebody else for whatever reason. They might be financial gain, or they might be, you might be scared. This glass is killing me. So if you got some triggers out there, we'll start with, if you have any triggers. First of all, as we get into this, and I'll talk more about it when Dr. Smith gets on, happy birthday to KT. Happy birthday to Trendsetter. Happy birthday to KT, and happy birthday to Trendsetter. You know what? I don't care. I know Trendsetter. I know he's a guy. Y'all deserve a dance. Y'all deserve a happy birthday dance. Once again, happy birthday to KT. Happy birthday to Trendsetter. Happy what does that make you? Is this still Leo season or is Virgo season? What is this? Still Leo? Are y'all still Leos? Y'all still them damn Leos? Happy birthday to each and every one of you from the Takeover Legend family. You know what, damn it, you want me to be, I'll be dramatic. KT and Trendsetter, I need you to make this your day. I need you to do something special for you. Don't wait on nobody else to bring you a birthday cake or a celebration. I need you to take some time out on your birthday to do something specifically for you. Just for you, back to you, KT, you, Trendsetter, you. Now, Trendsetter, I already know you about to celebrate. KT, I need the same. Now, celebration doesn't mean you need to run these streets. Celebration doesn't mean you need to pop any bottles. Celebration could be, I'm just going to chill. What you doing? I ain't doing nothing, bitch. Nothing. If you want to just chill, get you a DoorDash, and you want to take time out for yourself and do what you do. However you want to celebrate it, KT and Trendsetter, happy birthday. Happy birthday, ladies. Happy birthday. I got to get these glasses fixed. They're just like a little inch off. I shouldn't have said it to y'all because now y'all going to notice it. All right, Dr. Smith is back in the building. Dr. Smith, what up? What's going on? I don't know where Jay Black is at. Jay Black said it's 7:30. Wait a second.
I got my upgraded. Somebody fixed the cameras in the room that I'm working in, so now I'm not looking interrogation room. It's just
it looks bright white. Now you need a green screen in the back.
Yeah, they need a filter or something, right?
But you're good. Did you watch the clip?
Oh yeah, no, I like that guy. I be watching his stuff a lot. Yeah, he's good. And you're right. It was right in line. It's funny because we always do that. Like literally, I was like triggered. You was like, yeah, boom. Like we didn't plan that.
Yeah, I did. When I saw it, I thought, Because like I was saying earlier when I just ran my mouth, your triggers don't get to regulate everybody around you.
Yeah.
Like everybody can't walk past these minefields because they're your triggers.
That's what I'm about to say. I'm about to say trigger don't mean a landmine.
Yeah, like I had to learn that the hard way. Everybody can't, because you know what will happen when everybody when if people can't make money off of co-signing your triggers, or maybe some people are fearful. When people get tired of trying to walk around your minds, they'll walk away.
Yeah.
They'll walk away. And you'll be like, you just understand. You didn't have any compassion. No, bitch, can't nobody live their lives trying to figure out the next thing that triggers you, or trying to walk around this trying to be like, when we're having a conversation, if I happen to say something that doesn't agree with you, that's a trigger because you're very combative, or whatever it may be.
That's when you say you don't support me. That's that line comes in.
I've done it.
You don't support me. You don't support me. Chased everybody away. They don't support me.
And then don't say this. Don't be honest with somebody who got a gang of triggers. Don't tell them, you might need to talk to somebody with that. You might want to talk to somebody about it.
That's almost never received well, especially by the people who really need it.
Never.
People aren't like, you know what? But take you up with them fellas. No, that's not the way it goes down. Just be ready. I'm not saying don't suggest it, but just be ready. That's like telling somebody about their significant other when they get caught cheating. You're doing the right thing, but they might come at you too. You just single. You hating because you ain't got nobody. Why you always somebody's business? I mean, they was at the hotel. I figured I'd tell you.
I figure I'd give you a little heads up.
Y'all engaged. I figured it's the right thing to do before I become your best man, to let you know that your kid might not be yours.
And when people say they got to protect their peace and they got to protect their boundaries, I get it, you do. But sometimes it's up to you to walk away from the situation. The situation ain't got to change for your boundaries.
Yeah, now I say distance. Disrespect should be matched with distance.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you want to hold. If you want to protect, sometimes protecting your peace is a lonely job. And and sometimes people around you, and this is another thing, don't think that they have to recognize that you're protecting your peace. A lot of people be like, well, they need to know. No, they don't. The only person who needs to know is you. You're the only person who needs to know why you're doing this. You're the only person who needs to know to keep your sanity and to keep yourself at an even playing field, that you need to walk away. And you don't need to explain. And if they don't get it, and let's just say they did say something. Let's just say they did do something. You can't change these people.
Yeah.
You can't.
People spend a lot of time trying to I'm gonna let you know what you did and how you did. Yeah, that's often a waste of time.
And I say this comment all the time. Sometimes I got time today. And in actuality, what for me, I'm just gonna speak for me. What it means is that I have time to go back and forth in some shit that is not gonna lead to anything. But I got time. I got time for some unproductive dialogue with somebody to try to prove a point to somebody that the reason I'm trying to prove it is because I know they will absolutely never get it. But I want to win this dialogue.
I want to win. That's dangerous right there, right? As soon as you go and say I want to win, ain't nothing to win.
I want to win. I told my therapist, thought it was crazy. When my therapist asked me about my relationship, and this is how ignorant I was at age. Well, I'm not even gonna say the age. A bunch of ages. He said, "How does the resolution between you and this is when I was first married, my first marriage. What is the resolution like between you and her? Like, what do you do to resolve it?" I didn't have any answer because my answer was either I won or I lost the argument. So and she was like, why is that so important to you? I said, because isn't that the whole thing, to prove your point?
That's the point. That's the point, to prove your point.
To prove your point, to win. And she was like, and I'll never forget, she said, yeah, we got a lot of work to do. I know where that therapist is at. I need to go back and talk to her. All right. That was it on triggers. Gavin Newsom, governor of California. Listen, man. Listen, I realize where this is going, and I'm glad that he's sparking this off. I'm glad that he's talking as gutter as he can probably talk. I'm glad that he's actually putting the tweets out in MAGA language and putting it that they can read it. But here's some of the things that Gavin is saying that I hope other states are taking heed to this. I hope they really are.
You will not have a country if he rigs this election. You will have a president who will be running for a third term. Mark my word. I wasn't exaggerating when I said that I received in the mail a Trump 2028 hat from one of his biggest supporters. These guys are not screwing around. The rules do not apply to him. The most corrupt president in history. He doesn't believe in free enterprise, crony capitalism. He is wrecking this country, wrecking the economy. He's a lawless president. Wake up, America. Wake up to what's going on.
And so that's the movement that's going on. And I just want to say this. I don't want to get, well, no, I'm not going to say I don't want to get. I'm going to get to whatever we get to. Him doing this, he knows what the plan is. And he knows this realigning, redistricting, whatever you want to call it. He knows they're going to try this in other cities, in other states, I should say. And he realized he can nullify what Texas does. But how many other states can they nullify without the help of everybody else?
Well, that's the thing. California got the most. They could do a lot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let me get the numbers right. 54? Yeah.
What is it?
California's a super majority. What the legislature could do. Somebody said an article about it. Democrats got 80 seats. Look at how many are in Florida. This is he could do a lot. California's legislative season. California has how many seats?
So while you look that up, I'm just gonna tell you this is the worry.
52.
52.
So to the point to your point, what they're doing in Texas is trying to gain 5. Yep. California has 52. So if anybody should do it and could make a difference, like I said, another place they could stand against Trump, but what would it really mean? The fact that it's Gavin Newsom is such a big deal because that's why he's like, yo, y'all play with them, just like with China. You put your knee on a Chinese person's neck, just watch what happens. North Korea don't got nobody getting choked out and shot in America because North Korea is right there, like y'all play if you want, and we'll play over here. That's why what he's saying is he's like, yo, whatever seats y'all can get when y'all running all around the rest of the nation, we could play the same game right here in California. And he's encouraging all the other people with their 3 and 4 and 5 seats, do the same thing with your 5 that we doing with our 52.
And listen, more. I know what's going to be said. He's already setting up to run for the presidency. I don't care. I don't care.
You Gavin Newsom?
Yeah, Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, who cares? Yeah, who cares?
I already know.
Everybody got something to gain. Whatever. Yeah,
everybody has
politics.
Something to gain. Everybody has something to gain. But this is the danger when they start electing the mayor of New York and you start having Cuomo and these guys trying to leap in who are nothing. They're in cahoots with Trump just like everybody else. They just try and front like they're not.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Mayor Eric Williams, he's in cahoots too. Trump got him off on his situation.
New York, Eric Adams?
Yeah.
God, he got him off. He got him off. Yeah.
He got him off.
He owes him.
So when Gavin Newsom does this, and listen, they're going to have an election there to see if this can push through. He's trying to get the votes. But when he tells you, listen, the man's not telling us nothing new. I've been telling y'all Trump is not leaving that White House unless he's forced out. They are trying to get a third term, and don't say they can't do it because everything they've done we said couldn't be done.
Oh, yeah,
everything. So I mean, I don't know when. And listen, there are protests going all around this country. They are protesting. They're protesting around this country, and the people in cahoots. It ain't Fox who's got another lawsuit because Gavin Newsom's got another lawsuit against them. Fox has already admitted they lied. If you watch Fox, I don't know what you're doing, but let me go to the network that I've watched, CNN. There are protests all over this country that you won't cover.
Yeah, no, the media gotta be held accountable. I've been saying, even in terms of normalizing Trump in general and not covering a lot of the stuff that they act like they're finding out now. They knew all this Epstein stuff. Like,
but the higher ups, y'all in cahoots. This is news.
oh yeah, and a lot of bosses are on the list. A lot of the owners of these networks are part of that small circle when it's the Epsteins and the Bill Gates and the Trump. So yeah, I can see why they're like, don't show that. Don't go hard with that story.
So when we try and listen, they have the mainstream media and they're trying to come for social media. The media is a major thing. Any access to anything, any type of truth that goes against the propaganda they spread, and they will try and shut down. That's why that's why you think this TikTok thing didn't have anything to do with the safety of the country. It didn't have anything to do with the safety of the country. If it did, why it pop up 24 hours later? They're trying to figure out how do we control something that we are 20 years behind.
Oh yeah. No,
So yeah. So CNN, you can miss me with the we're trying to fight. No, you could be showing the rest of America who depends on, because there is a certain population of America that still depends on their news going through that channel.
Yeah, they old. They're getting old though. They're getting old.
They getting old. They getting old.
Let me see the median age around there. Median age, CNN.
They're still now. My mom is different. My mom.
Whoa! It went up.
What is it?
August of 2024, CNN's median age for its total day audience was 67 years old. That went up from like a year or two ago. I think in 2023, it was like 50 something for CNN and 60 something for Fox. 67, like you said, Mike, that means in the past couple of years, everybody's on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
That's where they're getting their news from.
Yes, everybody. Like, yeah, unless you are from a generation where you read newspapers and everything else. Yo, 67? That's the average, though. That means a lot of them are old, and when half of them are older.
Exactly.
Half the listeners are older than 67. Oh, this is a countdown. And Trump ain't killing it on TikTok.
But this is the thing. Though that demo is the demo that when elections come, they take the whole day off.
Yeah, no, they vote. They
take the whole day off, and they go. And listen, I got problems with voting. I got beef with voting. I'm not trying to tell you not to vote, but listen, this is the strategy. If you keep a 60, and my mom is the outlier. My mom is on TikTok and Instagram. My mom will come to me as she's scrolling and be like, "Is this true? Have you seen this? Is this true? Have you seen?" But she still watches CNN, MSNBC. So they still have a follow, and they know what they're doing. They know what's going on in this country. Like Dr. Smith said, they knew about this Epstein file. They knew about all this.
There was a lot of people. There was accusations. There was depositions. There was, there were people that died mysteriously. I just learned last night. I didn't know that Peter Thiel, the one I just mentioned yesterday, who bought JD Vance, who runs Palantir. We're talking about the data, right?
Right.
The word is that Peter Thiel's boyfriend mysteriously died. I think fell off a roof shortly after they had an argument.
Yes.
I was like, wait. So Donald Trump's wife falls down the steps. Epstein commits suicide. The third partner that Epstein and Trump worked with was in jail and committed suicide mysteriously. This guy, Peter Thiel's boyfriend or husband, whatever, partner, jumps off like, wait. Then nobody's looking into this more? Like, but no, you're right. At a certain point, people just know what it is. And I lived in a town that they said had elements of organized crime historically. So I know how it feels to function in a place where everybody's kind of like, I don't see nothing. What do you mean, La Costa Nostra? No such thing.
Well, these are blatant things that are being hidden and covered up. But once again, and I forget what speech it was that John F. Kennedy has said about separating the media and not allowing the media to be bought. The media is bought, people. Let me tell you something. There are no independent major. Once newspapers went out of business and they were their own, they were still getting checks, and I get it, but they were our last form in the 80s. I guess the 80s and 90s were the last time newspapers were like the Philadelphia Inquirer, if you live in Philadelphia, and the Daily News. And yes, New York still has the New York Times, but these papers are now owned by people who are either getting favors, in cahoots, don't want to expose the people that are in their little playground of eliteness.
Yeah, they changed the laws so they can own more. I remember that. Remember even radio, they started to let one group own like 2/3 of the radio stations and all that started happening. So after a while, it was like 6 major networks and 3 major radio conglomerates, and if it
Yeah, they
wasn't
threw that monopoly thing.
one, yeah.
Yeah, they threw that monopoly thing out the window. They threw it out the window when they knew. And I'm gonna bore you with this. Then we're gonna get to this new law in Jersey. I'm gonna bore you with this. When Ma Bell was the only phone company, nobody paid attention when they changed laws where Ma Bell couldn't be the only phone company, right? Because they said it was a monopoly.
Yeah, antitrust laws. Yeah.
It was antitrust laws. They saw 20 years down the road about these cell phones. They saw the businesses that were going to be made if you just had to go through Ma Bell and just that one phone company. They saw this, and that's why they broke that up, and they gave everybody access to open their own phone companies. Now, I'm old enough to remember when there was only one phone company. And I forget what it was called. Was it just called the phone company? The nickname was Ma Bell. I don't even know what the actual name of the phone company was.
Somebody will put it in the chat.
But they broke that up in order because they knew technology was coming. Leo season. I think
Leo season.
Early birthday for Ashley. Ashley Newman it's an early birthday for you. Happy birthday to Trendsetter once again. Happy birthday to KT. Happy birthday. I want y'all to enjoy your weekend.
Happy birthday to you.
Speak on it, sir. Self-awareness. These kids aren't coming up in different times. Don't turn small things into triggers. Oh, she was talking about the video we just played. Speak on it, sir. Self-awareness. These kids are coming up in different times. Don't turn small things into bigger things. That's a word. Yes, absolutely. Ms. Clark said no lies detected to the video. Jeanette said no lies detected. I'm catching up with the comments. I don't know where Jay Black's at. I think he's just asleep. I'm guilty of that. Yeah, I sent a text message. Let me send him another text message. Let me send him in our group chat. Let me send him. Maybe if I send it to our wake
up, homie. What's that? School days. Wake up.
Yeah, wake up. Come on, Jay. All right, so there's a new law going. Let me get the rest of these comments. Afro Queen. Happy Friday to everybody. He broke that down so well. I thought, thank you, Afro Queen, because I thought, not thank you, but thank you for enjoying that, because I thought that was dope the way he set it up. And actually, I don't know if it was set up like that or did it happen by mistake. I don't know if it was organic. Don't allow your triggers to destroy you. Absolutely, Trendsetter. And they came close with me. Trust me, they came close. And I'm still a work in progress. I ain't saying I got nothing perfectly under control. I just got to address it immediately when I feel it. When I feel it, I got to address it and take a step back. You have to manage your own triggers however you see fit, and people need to respect your boundaries when you have told them. Honestly, LaShawn, I know what you're saying is right. They really don't. They really don't.
Well, if they're gonna stay in your life and if they care about you and all that, I got all.
Yeah, you got to decide whether you're gonna keep them or not.
If they're gonna stay, if they're gonna stay in your life and all that,
your decision. It's your decision. If they not going, they don't nobody
then,
have
then
to.
You got a choice to make. If they don't, you got a choice to make.
Yeah, you got a choice to make. And me and my daughter always have this conversation when, and a lot of people say that what you not going to do if you're going to be around me, what you not, okay, they are, they have the right to do whatever they want. It's up to you to remove yourself.
Yeah, the not going to be around part is up to you.
That's up to you. Afro Queen, Tosh, what you got? Man grew up with every triggers you work with. You work with it within you. Yes, got you. That was a tricky one. Sometimes when a person trigger is activated, they try to deflect them to someone else. Yep, they definitely do that part. The triggers are law, knots. Yeah. Jay Black is in the building. Jay, what you overslept, dog? I overslept a little bit.
Yeah. I was up, then you know how that go.
It was up. They went down. We were talking about triggers, and you got a ton of them. So I'll be back. I'm gonna try. All right, Tosh, just listen to the show on the radio. Just listen to the show. New law in South Jersey. New law. Parents
Okay.
beware. Parents beware. 8 o'clock, we got the facts with Dr. Aaron Smith. He's going to take the floor for 3 to 5 minutes. New law, and I'm going to ask y'all how parents, as a parent, how do you feel about the new law in South Jersey? And we go.
Hook for kid chaos. A new ordinance in a South Jersey town says parents and legal guardians must answer for their child's public disturbances should they fail to stop them from committing certain offenses and mayhem. The consequences are hefty. It is Thursday night. I'm Christy Aletto. Gray and Shari have the night off. And the big story on Action News is parents could now face fines or even jail time if they fail to stop their children from breaking the law in one South Jersey town. It comes in recent response to recent incidents where large groups of unruly teens cause chaos at public events. Action News reporter Leland Pinder is live in Gloucester Township with the details. Leland.
Christy, Gloucester Township Day this year was canceled because of what unfolded last year. Officials now introducing this new level of accountability, hoping to crack down on some of that bad behavior. Under a new ordinance in Gloucester Township, parents and guardians of minors involved in public disturbances could face fines or even jail time.
These are your children. Had you governed them a certain way, this ordinance wouldn't be necessary.
The new law is in response to incidents of youth misbehavior, including at last year's Gloucester Township Day, where fights broke out and hundreds of teens caused chaos at Veterans Park and a nearby shopping center.
As a parent, I think it's absolutely necessary.
While some support the move, others oppose it, saying the law could cause hardship for some families.
That may put the parent in a situation to either lose their job or lose finances. Let it go through the course the way it usually does.
In a statement to Action News, Gloucester Township Police said each incident is still and always will be handled on a case-by-case basis, taking into account the specific situation and the totality of circumstances.
Totality.
Similar chaos has erupted at events statewide in towns like Seaside Heights and Mays Landing this year. In June, New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy signed the public brawl law into state code. It allows authorities to charge anyone who starts a brawl. People hope new measures locally and statewide will make a difference.
All right. So I'm gonna let y'all get to that. I just want to say, how in the world are you gonna figure out who started a brawl? That's what I want to know. Because
nowadays they're recording everything, so they just play the tape. They just go.
But remember, even in this cell phone age, remember, it takes you a few minutes to actually realize you need the tape.
No, sometimes they be walking behind the person who's about to fight, because that's how you know who started it. Because they friends already know that they about to start a fight. So a lot of times in high school, you be seeing them walking outside the school, talking to them like, "This should go right there as soon as I see it." So no, they be telling them they say.
Now, high school, it could be. Seaside Heights is going to be a little different.
Yeah, but the adults gonna be a little more difficult. Yeah, we tape when something pops off, but the kids, they plan that production.
100% agree. Weren't parents always responsible for their children's behavior up until the age of 18? Open book test. Yes, we were. Okay.
Lisa says she loved it. The instructor said it's not a new law; it's a growing law. The short community started it years ago.
Yeah, that was what Kamala Harris was doing, right? With the truancy, when the kids were late to school, not going to school. Remember, she was going to the house and having the parents come to court back then. That's what they was getting on it for, because they thought that was corny, because these single moms were struggling and had it hard enough, but she was still flashing badges and making the single moms come to court because their kids was late.
So I'm not disagreeing with y'all. I'm just putting this out there. So we're gonna trust the courts to treat and watch these videos fairly, in order to decide.
No, they're gonna watch that Cincinnati joint and be like, the white man didn't do nothing. He was waving his hand. He ain't smacked nobody. He was trying to say hello.
That's all I'm telling y'all who all for this.
Ass said no F that.
You can raise a child up properly and they can still choose to do otherwise.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I'd be darned if I get in trouble for my kids. Yeah, I'd be like, come on, bro. I tell my kid, yo, tell the truth.
Come on, LaShawn. Come on.
Tell him whose fault this is, man.
The totality on Jones.
That is, I'm just saying, when you are deciding that you're going to figure out who started a brawl, and you're going to allow the court system to figure it out, and the ultimate punishment is going to be to the parent, That is a
teach your child to walk away. You as a parent is your fault. You're a bad parent, Ms.
What
Clark.
you got a bad seed kid who don't like the parents anyway? Like them kids who be like attacking their parents on some Menendez brothers. Now they gonna go out and get in trouble and be like, yeah, my mom don't help me. Just get your mom locked up.
And who decides if your child tried to walk away and was put in a situation where there was no way to walk away? So who's the person if that person if your child engages in defending themselves, and those are the two initiators who got into a fight that started a brawl, now you're going to say those two started a brawl, and now the parent of the kid who tried to walk away is now going to receive some punishment.
And Jeanette said it's stupid. And then the parents go to jail. Then what? What happens to the kids?
What happens to the kids?
They get put in the system, so that the devil wins. They get one in jail and one in the system.
Once the totality of circumstances are found, parents should have some consequences too. I never worry about the guilty parents. When I see laws like this, I don't worry about the guilty parents. I worry about the parents who did all they could.
Well, you know what also happens when you get locked up? You get put to work. So all these migrants getting pushed out, they've been showing all these fields with tens of thousands of dollars of cherries going bad and $100,000 of crops. So now if they lock up the parents and they get the kids in the system, don't be surprised when they're back out on the field.
I'm warning y'all.
They'll be picking fruit.
I'm warning parents. Listen, I think parents should be responsible for their kids' behaviors. I think if a kid takes your gun from your house and uses it, that's on you. You decided, you knew the risk. Now you wanted protection, and I grant you should have protection. But understand that the lawsuit, if your kid takes your car and it's under your insurance and your kid does something reckless in that car, that insurance is coming on you. The insurance ain't gonna say, oh, but the kid did it. I'm just saying.
He's blaming the parents too, or he or she.
The courts don't decide. It's the parents decided when they stop doing their job. They are parents doing their jobs.
That's crazy.
Let me tell you something. I got in trouble and my parents were doing their job.
You muted, Doc.
Yeah, I'm on the same type of time. Like when I got in trouble, it wasn't my parents.
It wasn't my parent. It was me being 16 and 17. That's what it was.
It's my choices.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny though. In this generation, that's the last thing they need is another scapegoat, another group to blame for what they do wrong.
So
they do not need that.
So South Jersey, I just want to do this. I just want to ask South Jersey this in this law. So when another, and I'm not wishing this, and I hope it never happens, when another school shooting happens, what are the parents' punishments going to be? Are they going to get their lifetime in jail? Are they going to get their 20 years in prison?
Yeah. What's the dude name that had the AK-47 that didn't go to jail and killed the people during the protest? Kyle Rittenhouse, when his mom bought him the rifle and drove him down there. I don't even think she's in jail right now. I should find out where she is. Where's Kyle Rittenhouse's mother?
Once I get jealous too much, I'm sure they will review case by case. Ms. Clark.
Wait. Leave Ms. Clark right there. Leave Ms. Clark right there. Ms. Clark, I ain't never heard a more naive. The court. That's what you think the court system is going to do for us? You sure? How many years of history do you need to know that they're going to be lumping our kids and lumping us in prison faster than you can say lump? I'm just saying. Dr. Aaron, I was typing that as you were saying it, LaShawn on it. Parents will be not jailed. Boy, those are the famous. You got some famous last words, Miss Clark. You got some famous parents will probably be fined and not jailed. You keep trusting something that's not trustworthy. My niece and her friends trashed this girl's home behind some bullshit in Arizona. They dragged all the parents in the court with the kids and split the repair costs equally amongst them. If the parents are not taking care of what their children are doing, they're leaving it up to the authorities to judge what they're doing, discipline, and take care of your own children so the courts won't.
It's the parents' fault. Y'all horrible parents out there. Every last one of y'all kids that got locked up, it was your fault, mom, dad. It's your fault.
Yeah, that's crazy too. It's hard enough having a child that's doing time. Now society gonna be like, yeah, that's all you. Like what?
We should applaud this. And YT kids have largely been
unsupervised, so let it go. Let it go with it. And you think when we go into the court system, that they're going to be treated like we get treated?
We're on the same playing field. The YT
we on the
kids
same playing field.
And the YNs, they on the same.
Okay. So why aren't you for this new law? You agree with the gun in the car, but not defiant behavior. Because you're asking a parent to control something that we now have to prove that they did everything they could.
No, you already said it, Mike. When these schools get shot up, you're gonna see the hypocrisy immediately, and people who are talking are gonna be like, "Oh, I just thought we are gonna be fair about it and apply it equally." And well, then you that's woefully ignorant. I'll say that politely. That's you're right. You're trusting something that shouldn't be trusted because you know darn well when these white kids shoot up these schools, they're not putting these parents in jail, especially not for murder type time. They're not gonna give them years in jail. They just not.
I'm not saying the things y'all doing is wrong. I'm saying y'all are putting the only thing I will push back. Y'all are trusting a system that has showed us not to be fair to actually implement this. But if you care more about being a menace than care about your parents' well-being, you all listen. If this law was around when I was a teenager,
a lot of parents be locked up.
There'd be a lot of parents locked up.
Everybody caught with a pack. Everybody who sold drugs. Everybody who got caught with a pack of drugs, they gonna go right to your house and go lock your mom up. Like
somebody was in a stolen car. Somebody. No.
When my son and his friends broke curfew, the parents had to come to court too. Yes, I get it. There was a curfew on Willenboro.
Coming to court is different than being a defendant, though.
20 plus years of being a state social worker gives me insight. I give you insight, and we all have insight on the court system. Listen, I'm just scared of what's going to happen when somebody gets into a fight, and somebody gets into a fight that turns into a brawl, that it was just a one-on-one fight. And remember back in the day, we said we don't want them to shoot, we want them to fight, and a one-on-one fight turns into a brawl, and then all of a sudden, guess what? The kid goes to prison, and now you want to lock up a parent. I run into a lot of bad kids that come from frustrated parents. Sometimes you can tell the parents are part of the problem, however. And once again, I didn't say, I was saying this on behalf of the people who are guilty of just being parents that don't care and parents that aren't involved. What I'm worried about is the parents that are doing all they can, and their child has decided
They paying the bills,
everything they can,
working 2 jobs. They single probably, you know how that go. Yeah, they out here hustling, and the kid like, all right, I know my mom, she ain't gonna be home till about 8, so I can go. Let's do this. Let's go. Yeah, kids, they kids. Teenagers are teenagers. They not think, oh man, I might get in trouble. My mom might go to jail if I do this. So I ain't gonna do that, y'all. No, go ahead. I'm gonna stay home tonight. No.
You as parents are responsible. So if you complain the system is unfair, prevent your kids from being in the system. Okay.
It's not that simple.
Instructor, how about this? How about
I bet you they ain't got no kids. I bet you it ain't.
How about we do this, instructor? How about we make the court system fair so that we can actually have trust that this is going to be litigated fairly?
Simple. He's simple. He said, I got the answers. He said, I'm Sway. I got the answers.
That means if your kid was walking on Seaside Heights, was walking on the boardwalk, and had nothing to do with nothing, and something pops off, and somebody grabs them, and they punch them in the face, and that leads to a brawl. I'm just giving you how they use this to start incarcerating more of us. You're walking down with your girl. You're a teenager. It's 17, 18, whatever age. Well, 17, obviously. And all of a sudden, somebody comes up to you, grabs your girl, and you fight back, and that turns into a brawl. Number one, the kid has to prove that you were just defending yourself. Number two, not only will they go for the kid, now you have to pay the lawyer to actually represent the kid and represent you. And I know everybody got $15,000 laying around. Three words.
Central Park 5. Go ahead, Kamari. The finance rebel in the green room too. Waiting. Oh wait, we supposed to do Doc's 8.
We're doing Doc right now. We're doing it right now. Dr. Smith will take the floor. He has 3 to 5 minutes.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yes, kids should be responsible for kids not going. Kids should be responsible. Okay, I see this. It's not a trigger. I'm trying to defend people who are doing the best they
Oh, I see you
can.
traumatized. You traumatized, Mike. You got
How am I traumatized?
this is a trigger for you. This is.
This is something I'm trying to protect people who are doing everything in their power. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to protect people who are doing everything in their power without them having to get thrown into a prison cell or thrown into having to dig into their 401k to have to pay for a lawyer. This is all, I'm just giving you both sides of this.
And the instructor made it clear. They raised 5 kids. They done it in today's society. Like, look, and she or he say they took full responsibility for everything they kid did, from middle school to high school to young adults. Yeah, okay. He's standing. She or she. They standing on it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. We are 8 minutes late, but who cares? That's on time. Crime is actually down. Don't believe the trifling media. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Crime is actually down. But you know, but we get it. Doc, if you're ready, you ready?
Sure. I just want to play a little clip first.
Well, I'm gonna play your intro and then you get right to it. I'm gonna shut up and play your intro. Go ahead. There we
by the red, the black, and the green.
Put your hands in the air. Make some noise.
Time to get your knowledge up and get ready to write down some facts with Dr. Aaron Smith.
Heed the words of the brother, Sissy.
And let me know if you can see this whole thing.
We are protected by the red.
Let me see. Put some pondering music on.
Can you see my whole screen?
I can't. We can't see it yet. No. Wait a second. I'm putting it up there right now.
That's it. You can see me and you see the screen. Matter of fact, I don't even need to be in there. I could just.
So this is what we call facts with Dr. Aaron Smith. This will run smoother our second week, but this is our first.
It's all
week.
good. I just want to know what y'all can see. I don't want y'all to see.
We can see the screen. Yep, I guess.
Yeah, and y'all can see all of us in the screen.
Yes.
Okay. Let me start this real quick. So first of all, that comment about I did it and why can't you? These are the most dangerous Negroes in the history of our people. I did it, so why can't you? Those Negroes who don't realize through chance and through luck and through the grace of God, they were able to avoid a system, negative impacts individually, but somehow feel as though that gives them the right, the authority, or the accurate assessment that they can judge the system based on their personal experience rather than having a true systemic analysis. So that whole, I'll raise my kids and they fine. Bro, you a problem. For you not to look and realize that that's not the case for everybody, and it's not because of laziness or ignorance or initiative, despite the fact that all those things might exist in our community, is extremely problematic. One of the worst type of Negroes that do well and look down on the rest of our people. That's a problem. I just want to make sure I say that. And there's a clip of Amy Ducan. If you're not familiar, this is the woman. I'll just play a little clip of it.
I got the speaker muted.
Can you hear it?
No, we can't hear it. You got the speaker muted?
On the actual clip itself, it's usually like a little.
How about, let me see, how about now?
We can barely hear it. It's sounding kind of crazy.
No sound. You want to send it to me real quick, maybe?
Nah, I can just talk about it for today. I won't even worry you with that. I'm going to keep my time brief. The point is, and you saw the headline though, right? They had to throw out 21,000 drug cases because this woman would go into the lab as a drug scientist and fake positive findings. People would get pulled over and then they would send something to the lab, some sea salt, some dust in the car, whatever, and she would want to get a promotion and get bonuses. And she'd say, yup, it's drugs. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. There's a white woman who did the same exact thing. You could put fake drug results testing, like this whole keep your kids out the system. Philando Castillo was handing over his freaking ID. Keep your kids out the system. Like, yo, you a problem. You one of them bourgeoisie problematic Negroes to think just because you were able to hopscotch your way through a landmine of white supremacy, everybody else should have the same result when you know darn well musical chairs is played a certain way and there's only going to be a couple winners, and that's by design. But let me go ahead and get into this real quick. That's why I want to do what I'm doing today. because people just don't know. Okay, y'all can let me know. Y'all can be the class, and they can comment later. I'm gonna pop my pops, then go hammer my moms, have at least 4 C's. Now my brothers, my sons, now my daughter's my sister, and for them I ride. And when the truth comes out, suicide. Y'all remember that story? It's based on a classic story. I just want to move fast. That's the story of Oedipus. Oedipus, that's a classic. Oedipus, he was romantically involved with his mother, and Oedipus, ended up poking out his own eye. Word to Fetty Wap, right? Because he was trying to escape his destiny, and he ended up, fulfilling it. Murdered his own father. The Oedipus complex, right? They say you like your mother and you want to get rid of your father. All that Freudian sick stuff, right? But they call all of that classic and all of that deep science and all of that academic. You study Freud about loving your mother and killing your father. Ooh, you deep rub your chin. You read Oedipus. Ooh, pass the tea and crumpets. But if you play trap queen, oh, you problematic. That's ratchet. See, I'm going to help these dumb Negroes today. So we're going to do a comparative analysis. Trap queen talks about cooperative economics, right? They working together. They have matching Lamborghinis and everything. Black, female, and male support. Never letting go, right? They're going to stay together. They talk about business ownership, right? Let's talk about what happens in Oedipus. He wants to murder his father. That's fratricide. He wants to marry his mother. That's incest. He wants to gouge his own eye out. That's scarification. But everybody in every college will sit in a class and talk about Oedipus year after year, and not one person going to say, we're children. Why are you talking to us about this? But if you play trap queen before class, they're going to look in your class like you did something wrong. And it's going to be them bourgeois Negroes with their face twisted up the most when they walk past the professor's class like, oh my God, I would never. No, you would never, because you the white man's. Okay, let me just go ahead and keep it going. You got to identify the problem. I got to let you know how deeply you program. Dr. Mlefekete Asante said, you always practice in somebody's culture. The question is, whose is it? Everything I'm wearing now, the way that I'm speaking, the fact that my name is Smith, everything is culture. They'd be like, oh, that's too black. No, then what culture are you practicing at all times? So I say, WAP. What WAP am I talking about? What about pederasty? They say, what's that, professor? And why is the boy's butt out? Remember yesterday, Mike, you had a video, her butt is out. Her butt is out. Well, this is a classic. This is a Rembrandt. This is called the abduction or the rape of Ganymede. He was abducted by Zeus. This long story that Zeus thought the boy was so beautiful that Zeus, in all these depictions, turned himself into a bird. Zeus is God, right? So in the whole pantheon. So in Greek mythology, God looks at this young boy and is so attracted to it that it bribes the father and makes Ganymede a cup holder. This is classic Greek mythology. Nobody has an issue with it. Nobody ever told you that they talk about some sick stuff in them classes and what the hell is wrong with them. But let you play a rap song. So this whole connection between pedophilia and Thomas Jefferson being 50-something and Sally Hemings being 14 goes back to the whole Planet of the Apes theory that I'll talk about next week, because I only want to do like 5 minutes. I already did like 5 minutes. But I just want to make sure people understand just how sick we are. And I thought that'd be a good lesson to start us off, because so many people got a problem with the N-word and black people with their pants down, all that. But you ain't got no problem with them talking about God raping boys. It's called the rape of Ganymede. And you got no problem with Oedipus. You sat in classes all your life, studied all that white man's nastiness and incest and self-mutilation and never said a darn word, but you got problems with sagging and people listening to hip-hop. Have a good day.
And that, my friends, was Facts. Brought to you by Dr. Aaron Smith, a.k.a. Fearless. I'm going to let that sit for a while. Any comments you may have, any questions you may have, any pushback you may have on what Dr. Aaron Smith just said, please leave them in the chat. Jay Black will then promptly bring your comments up to the front. On the screen, I should say. Woo, Dr. Yeah. Hey, I could fan him off. I could listen to him lecture all day. Well, you'll be able to do it on Fridays at 8 o'clock right here.
Ish.
8 o'clock-ish.
8 o'clock-ish.
What you want us to do, man? Until the budget kicks in, what you want us to do? What do you want us to do? Well, and to change, to go back to what we talked about yesterday, say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. To say it loud. You almost caught me out there. Funny thing is, the Greeks stole black gods and bastardized them with cave mentality. All right, that's the Financial Rebel. You always, I think I may have sent you the link. If I forgot, I apologize.
He's there. He's in the green room. He's waiting.
Oh, he's in the green room. Well, bring him on in here. Bring. It's a group thing on a Friday. Dr. Aaron Smith has been joined by the Financial Rebel.
Good morning. Good morning.
Ellis. I'm using everybody's full name now. Kamari Ellis, brought to you by Tax. What's the name of your company?
Philly Tax Team.
Brought to you by Philly Tax Team. You can contact them if you need any problems with your taxes, or you just want some experienced man to give you advice on how to file your upcoming taxes. We'll be here in 20 minutes. All right, what's going on over there? Finance Forever.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Great word today, Dr. Smith. Love it.
Ms. Clark said, I'm going to save that clip. So yesterday we were talking about Sha'Carri Richardson, and it gained traction yesterday, but I think men started getting a little frustrated, and they took to their cell phones, and a lot of them were pointing the finger that not only did Sha'Carri Richardson lie about it getting physical to the police, but a lot of people believe that if there wasn't video, she may have turned the tables on him if there wasn't video to actually prove his situation.
I didn't think about that.
And one gentleman decided that he had enough. He picked up that cell phone and spoke his mind. And it's coming. We're working on a budget. I think we got a lot of people in.
The guy who caught saying that shit, because now we have another great example of a woman being totally comfortable sending an innocent man to jail, knowing that she was the perpetrator. So when she got to that airport and she was digging her shoulder into his chest, pushing his shoulders out, elbowing the nigga, trying to flip the nigga over, she was in the airport exercising octagon control, and nobody helped that man. She was in the airport again, looking like prime George St. fucking Pierre, and nobody helped that man. And at the end, when the police came, because this is the airport, they have to call the police. The police came, she was gonna be totally comfortable sending that nigga to jail. So he was gonna be on camera being abused, nobody helped him, and she was gonna send him to jail if she could. If she could have controlled that narrative and there was no cameras present, she would have got him sent to jail. And what y'all fail to realize is that this shit happens every day. Every day. But no, it doesn't paint the narrative of it doesn't aid misandry. It doesn't paint the narrative that women are perfect and they're always the victims. They're always the victims and never the perpetrators or assailants. So what blows me about this shit is that it's still gonna be women out there excusing this shit, but now we have a more concrete proof that women are just as aggressive and just as abusive as men in these relationships.
Well, people defending it, and Jay, I'm just gonna put you on because you're comfortable being put on the spot. Jay was like, that wasn't enough for her to go to jail. He said he was cool with it. He said what Sha'Carri did, and
what I said was relationships. People argue, they have disagreements. That was normal for my upbringing. Not saying that is right, but for me, I didn't think that was enough to go to jail over. And she didn't say about putting him in jail until after she thought it was him pressing the issue for her. And she said, "Well, I want to press charges too, then, because he put hands on me, he pushed me too." So she wasn't saying that initially, yo, lock him up, Christian going to jail, he hit me. No, it was, yo, Christian, you ain't going to defend me, you ain't telling me, we were just arguing. Like, that's when she thought that, okay, now I want to put him in jail, I want to press charges too. That's what most people do in disagreements. If I'm going to jail, well, I want to press charges too. They hit me, they scratched me, they touched me. So that's what I was saying, that I didn't think was enough for her to go to jail. No, I didn't.
I'll let y'all, because I'm tired. I've been fighting all my life. I've been fighting this fight all my life.
We have disagreements all the time. Kamari argued with his wife when they was fiancés. I'm sure he didn't expect to go to jail because they had a disagreement. Somebody
No. Say what happened. If Kamari had mugged her,
wife pushed him.
Let's say if Kamari had mugged her and pushed her in an airport.
No, we sticking with that. We know it's a double standard already.
But then
a man hitting a woman or pushing a woman, anything like that is viewed differently than a female doing that. We grew up with that. That was okay in middle school. That was okay when a girl did that. You was a sucker if you said something. So that's ingrained in us.
So because we grew up with it, we should let it. We should allow it to fester. We should allow something that you admitted may not have been right. We should allow it to fester. So when she turned the tables on him, which she lied, because he was trying to get her off of him.
He did push her though.
No, he was trying. He was
going with the technical.
So let's be technical. Should a woman go to jail if she tried to push the man off of her?
You know what I just told you. We know it's a double standard. We sticking to her and
Once
him.
again, you keep bringing
Her
up. We
being
know it's a
aggressive.
double standard. So should we
Yes.
allow? Should we allow the double standard to continue?
I gave up. Wow, what the Q said. Yeah.
This is why I gave up. Folks are aggressive. I was nursing our children when my ex-husband choked me. Got you.
Oh damn.
And that's horrible. My question is, and Kamari, Dr. Smith, whenever y'all want to chime in, y'all feel free.
Jay, men have gone to jail for less. I'll just give you my personal opinion. That's all it was. Go ahead, Kamar. You want to jump in?
So I'm trying to get back acquainted with this. I know they had a fight in the airport, and we saw her pushing him. I didn't know he got locked up until recently. Just saw she did apologize, though.
Wait, did he get locked up?
No, he didn't get locked up. He didn't get locked up.
No.
But she changed her story. She lied to the cops and said it never got physical. She lied. We saw the whole video.
Yeah, it wasn't really a fight. Yeah, actually, yeah, we shouldn't characterize it as a fight.
It wasn't a fight. It was one aggressor.
Yeah.
It was her. She was the aggressor, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. So what did she lie about? She said he hit her.
She lied. Number one, she said, it never got physical.
Got physical.
Then she started accusing him. And Jay said that, well, that's okay, because when she realized he wasn't defending, why would he defend her if he was the victim?
Because in relationships, you don't want your partner, even though y'all know y'all had your disagreement, you don't want your partner to go to jail. I'm just being honest. Y'all can act like y'all don't know everybody holier than thou and never been in a disagreement.
Women get clowned for that though. When women come with the black eye talking about something, I love him, let him go. They be like, you nut.
Free him right now.
Yeah, free my man. Like what?
Quick sidebar. We need to do a show on how men judge women by the dudes they pick. Because women be picking a lot of crazy dudes. That's all I got.
But this is my thing. If there was no video, and he would have went to jail.
Facts.
Just based on her word.
The DA would have pressed charges.
Yeah, I'm thinking of investing in a body cam in real life. If you ever see me with a body cam on, I'm not working for anybody, but I reach my limits. I'm every time I hear a story like this, I'll be like, yo,
let's play the audio.
What would I have done?
Play the audio of what she said.
I'm not gonna do this, but I'm telling you that we were arguing. I didn't assault him. I didn't do anything wrong. But the fact that your guys are doing this to me, and he's the man in this situation, I'm gonna comply.
Stop it right there. Stop it right there.
I'm not gonna.
He's the man in the situation.
Wow. Yeah, she was
He's
ready.
the man in the situation.
She was prepping it. She played the gender card.
And I'm not going to go along with this. You know how relationships are. No, I'm going to go to jail if there's not a video. And she's literally stating, I can do this. He's the man in the situation. Do what you normally do.
Yeah. And that's what gives me the right to. And this is, see, I'm trying not to get in no trouble today. This is why I have so much of a problem when people used to always say, I'm a black person and a woman. I'm a double minority. I'm like, B, you ain't gonna get killed. They gonna kill me first. Because the same way she said he's a man is the same way them white women sound when they say an African-American man is in the park. I'm walking my dog, and it's an African-American man. Remember that with the Coopers? Remember the white one was named Cooper and the black man was named Cooper? He was bird watching. It's an African-American man, and he's harassing me because they know what it means. I'm a white woman. He's an African-American man. Come do what you do. He's the man in the situation. Do what you do. So y'all all want to weaponize law enforcement against us after 400 years and thousands of buck breaking, mutilating us, castrating us, and lynching us. You got the gall to call them same people, right? And be like, yo, handle that. You just like the slave catchers and the slave masters was, just like the lion white women have been for generations. And some of our sisters jump in the same role because they know they have the privilege and the power to use that as a red button if all else fails.
All right, let me go with Ashabu. Ashabu's comment. That's true, Jay Black. He should not. He should have not wanted her to go to jail for a push. And who's to say he hasn't pushed her before? Either that could be a dynamic in a relationship. We do not know that. Keep that comment right there. Y'all don't understand how unfair that comment is.
So if you go back and look at the video.
No, let Mike get this off. Let Mike get this off. I don't know where he's about to go.
Give me, wait, come on, wait. Just give me a second. Y'all don't understand how unfair that is. Y'all don't understand that even when a man's a victim, you guys would make excuses that what he should and should not do. But if I do that to a victim who's a woman, I'm victim shaming.
You know who else does that, Mike? How we talked about yesterday? The police. The police will let you see a video on tape of somebody getting abused and say, you didn't see the whole thing. You don't know what happened before that. Y'all sound like white cops right now.
Wait, no, put Asha back on there.
That's what white cops always say. When
I want to know when the roles are reversed, you guys start talking about the dynamic in their relationship.
Past events and all that.
I want to know if you
ain't nobody saying about Diddy and Cassie. I'll give you the comparative analysis. Let's do Diddy and Cassie. Did anybody say you don't know if she hit him in the hotel the night before? There ain't nobody say none of that. Don't do it now. If you ain't do it then, ain't nobody do it then.
Like, do y'all understand how crazy this sounds?
They said it with Rihanna though. They did say there was a mutual fight.
But that wasn't what the radio stations did.
Yeah, that's because Chris Brown and them came out and said it, and she admitted that they was fighting.
That's not what they did when they first saw it. Nobody asked about the dynamic of their relationships when it was all over the media.
And was both of their careers equally affected? That nigga was blackballed till he cried on stage at that award show with the Michael Jackson dedication like 3 years later. Seriously. That's a good example, Jay Black. Look at the careers. One's a billionaire and one had to go through hell and high water just to have a career.
Me selling out around the world.
But what I was going to say was, when you look at that video of her,
but they tried to break him. Remember what that when he was on NBC? They was asking this question. They tried it. They tried to break him. He he survived what breaks most black men artists and athletes. He survived it.
But when you look at this video, Sha'Carri, you can tell she's not a victim. She's not afraid. She's in her full, like, she's going after him. He's trying to walk away.
Is she too comfortable in them cuffs?
Keep playing it.
He's clearly the victim.
You want the audio still to
Yeah, I do. Okay, but I have my phone that shows something different. But Christian, thank you, Christian. Don't talk to him right now. Okay, I won't. Thank you so much, officer. They are arresting me right now, Christian. Sissy, they're arresting me right now. Am I gonna go actually to jail right now? Wait, but right now, I didn't. Can he tell you that I didn't do nothing to him? Christian, are you serious right now? Christian, I'm about to go to jail because of you right now. Arrest warrant.
Just so, and let's get the video of what she did, and now she's yelling at him. If a man did that, you guys would be like, he's trying to intimidate her into lying, and he's blaming her, and he's dragging her now.
After he just finished assaulting her. Hold up.
Back together.
Did he call the police? She's talking like he called the police. From the video we just watched, he didn't look like he was on the phone while she was pushing him. And the lady said, can he tell you that I didn't hit him? The lady says, we have it on video, ma'am. Right. This has nothing to do with him. He didn't call the police. He's not hyping it up and piling on. He seems like he's saying nothing. That whole he wants her to get locked up and he shouldn't want her to get locked up. He doesn't sound like he wants any of this. He didn't want to get assaulted or for her to get locked up. And the reason why she's getting locked up is it's on tape, not because of him.
Now, let me read Ashabu's comment.
Okay, all right. Ash said, drop the link. She want to come on. She got some heat. I put the link there, Ash. Go ahead.
It was wrong for her to push him that way. But let's not overreact when how many women have been abused and beaten and cops have come in the past. Nothing was done. Men weren't standing up then. It was wrong. See, I don't have a problem with saying it was wrong. I'm not going to say it was wrong for her to push that way. But, see, I have no but. Yeah. It was wrong. It was absolutely wrong for her to degrade this man in public. We showed the video. She was following him around, pushed him against the wall, then bugged him in his head.
Yeah, I hope we all see that's wrong. Like, I would hope everybody, even if we didn't know their gender.
This is what she's doing. This is what she's doing. This is what she's doing.
And she's straight gaslighting.
Keep going, right here.
Not an aggressive bone in his body. And you know they say power comes from the legs.
Stupid.
But we're gonna keep following. He's trying to walk away. She's still doing that. What do you think would have happened the other way around? Keep playing it.
What does she want him to do in that moment?
He pushed her. Oh.
What does she want him to do? Is she not listening? I don't know what's going. Like, I don't know the other argument. What's the other side? That he was ignoring her?
People, if that was a man, you'd want him prosecuted right now. Because you would tell me we don't know how their relationship goes. The first thing we'd say is if that was the opposite way around, he beats her in public, in private. That's the first thing we would say. He's beating on her.
Yeah, the other context. It'd be imagine what happens at home, not you don't know what happened the other way around. You're right, Mike. That's a good point, because if this was the other way around, if it was the other way around gender-wise, people would say if he did that in public, you know what he does in private. It wouldn't be he probably gets hit at home. That's why he's doing this in public.
Asha Booth says couples have that dynamic between them that may be why she felt comfortable pushing him and felt he should have defended her, because that's the norm. I'm not saying it's right. If you're not saying it's right, then when are you going to say it's wrong?
It's just wrong. It's dead wrong.
That's what I want to know.
It's the norm for them.
It's not. But see, what do we say all the time? If we allow things to be the norm and we normalize it, what happens? The same thing we're saying in D.C. If we allow what's going on in D.C. to normalize, what's going to happen? It escalates. Facts, Lady Q. That's why I tell my daughter. That's what I tell my daughter. That's not what I'm saying, Mike. I'm not a victim blaming or shaming him.
I wonder what Christian mom thinks.
No, let him finish reading, Mike. Why you stop? You can't handle it.
No, because I want to stop right there. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not victim blaming or shaming him. Okay. I'm just saying we don't know the history of the relationship. She was wrong, but that could be them. And what I'm saying, if that is the case, why don't you say it when it's the other way around?
Yeah, I would love to hear that when Diddy and Cassie video came out. I didn't hear that one time. So I heard thousands of comments. Not a single person said, you don't know what Cassie be doing to him, though.
You just said in your last comment about the men who beat their women, right? And then when the cops come, no man is standing up. Okay, so in those situations, can I then say, well, we don't know the dynamics, Asha? We just know when the cops came.
You will not have before that.
Maybe that's their norm. Can you imagine what you would say if a man said the reason why I did that because that's the norm in our relationship?
Yeah, you can cancel. You be canceled.
That's
the perception is a man is stronger, he could take it, and
the perception is that black people are more violent than white people. Are we gonna keep going with this perception, dog?
Mike, we all been. You ain't been in no abusive relationship, Mike. You ain't never been on them like that.
Yes, and they were
and
wrong.
Was that not your norm? That was your norm, though, right?
No, that wasn't the norm. It was wrong.
That was your norm. It was wrong, but it was still your norm.
And that's not something that you should then take and try and normalize. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying with that piece is wrong. But
Lady Q funny with that.
Lady Q says she beats his ass on a regular. He's an abused victim and he needs to get out.
He looked like a battered spouse. He looked like a battered spouse.
Leave Lady Q's comment on it. Leave Lady. I want to applaud it.
He looked like a battered spouse.
We ain't stupid.
His hair was down when he was.
Now we know Lady Q rocks for the women all the time. Lady Q rocks for the women all the time. For her to say that, she's like, listen, the evidence is clear. That man is abused.
Okay, so a lot of people are gonna say we don't. A lot of people are gonna say we don't know, right? A lot of people are gonna say you can't say that, right? And this is what I'm gonna say. Yeah, but that's the norm. That's what we say when we see stuff like that.
The way Cassie recovered from them kicks, somebody could easily say the same thing. That's not the first time Diddy did that, because she was doing MMA style recovery and rolling around. So somebody could have been like, yo, she been kicked before. She been punched in her face by Diddy more than once. You know, this is them. This is what they do.
So here's another, we're going to do the assumptions. And I'm not mad at it because I'm just saying this is the assumptions that are made when men take part in this behavior. And the behavior they take in is wrong. And if you and your partner are getting into fistfights, you're wrong. And if you are literally physically fighting each other, you are wrong. And when I got into a situation, in that situation, I was wrong. Go back to the last comment. Craig was, that wasn't the first time it happened. That's why she was comfortable enough to do it in the airport.
She was trying to punk him in the presence of the police. When the cops come and you don't change your tone, that's when you know something's really going on. Because most people change their tone when the cops come.
With a switch up, let me get.
Yes, no matter how loud you talking, if somebody being abused to a lady, when the cops come, 9 times out of 10, the dude's like, no, listen, no, I'm calm.
No, we
trying not to get arrested or killed.
Now later, her tone changed. After they were about to take her into the car, then something happened in the video. Then her tune changed. Then she tried to be polite. Osrabu said, I will say that some men have the dynamic of pushing their woman in a relationship as well, which is also wrong. That's what I'm saying. It can go both ways. I'm not saying she was right. Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of what you said in the other comments, but I'm going to let it go. People do discuss the dynamic of the relationship, how volatile it was, both of them. Okay.
She was wrong.
No Cigar, you're going to haul
jail.
Haul off the jail because of you. Give me a link, please. And anybody, the link
I
is
sent
up.
the link. I put it there.
I mean, if you want to say it's not wrong, I don't know. I mean, I hope you're on the same page.
Your first mistake in this comment is referring back to Jay Black. Okay, just like Jay Black said earlier. When he was growing up, when he was growing up, that was the norm, which was wrong. Maybe this is the norm, which is wrong. Let's not act like this is not possible. It is possible. But when the cops come get you, you deserve to get locked up. It doesn't matter what your norm is.
No one is denying that. We can't act like it's not the norm for some people.
Well, she was denying it because she literally lied when the cops got there. So let's not put our opinion above hers. She saw the cops and lied about what the norm was. She could have easily said, this is us, this is how we do, this is how we roll. Tell her, Christian, ain't this what we do every day? She didn't say that. So she knew, norm or not, it was wrong. She knew norm or not, they were dead wrong.
I'm not arguing.
Christian too. That was crazy.
I'm not arguing the norm. Racism is the norm. Are we fighting against it? Yes. Child trafficking is the norm. We're fighting against it.
Yeah, I can't go with the norm.
I get it. If you've been in an abusive relationship, this could be triggering for you even having this conversation. Because
if you have common sense, it could be triggering for you.
There's some women that allowed it and stayed thinking, okay, I played a part in it, so I shouldn't have did this, and maybe that wouldn't have happened. And they stuck around and they saw the progression. And men, they've been in relationships where they got mugged and got hit and things thrown at them too. And they're like, yeah, I stayed around. Like, so they could be triggering for people. It really could be. I get it.
Yeah, it's also triggering for people with common sense who are hearing people say the excuse today is that it's the norm.
To each his own, right?
No, it's not when the cops come.
Yeah, but that's why we got laws. That's why they got Constitution and laws, and that's why they got jails.
It's to each his
There's
own.
people in a relationship watching this right now that they know they be hitting their boyfriend for no reason. Or they
you're wrong. If you're watching,
they
you're
know.
wrong.
And they got to sell. They got to sell for you. To each your own. To each your own sell. One person per cell.
They got.
But he be saying stupid stuff, so he just dumb. Like
he be gaslighting me. He cheating on me. That's why I cut up his tires, bash his windows, set his clothes on fire, and try to stab him.
Well, consequences.
They cheer in the movie. Wait next hell. Okay.
I said it was wrong twice previously, and 2 of my comments, which you read, I do not say it was right, but there's always a but.
See, Q with me. This topic should have a trigger warning because I know it's people out there.
Right. That was good you said that. You're right, because that's part of it.
Yeah, it should have a trigger warning with common sense. And you can tell that
that's easier said than done. People in abusive relationship. Well, why didn't you leave? That's a trigger. You saying why didn't you leave? They financially they can't leave.
But don't try and twist what I'm saying. I'm saying when the cops come and you see it. I'm not saying telling people that they should that I'm dissecting why they didn't leave. I'm saying in this situation, this is what I'm talking about. Y'all make this the norm and y'all make all types of analogies instead of saying that's fucked up. She should get locked up and whatever happens, happens.
And you can tell that she what?
And you can tell that she convinced him that as a black man, he's going to take the fall for her abusing him. She's dangerous and just not physically.
Yeah, he's a black man in the situation. He's a man in the situation. That's
Lady Q, you on fire today. Hold on, you on fire. You on fire today. You defended me better than I can defend my part on this. There are 2 different dynamics. Some men are abusers, some women are abusers, and then you have couples that abuse each other. That part.
You do. But in this case, in this video,
this facts. this evidence.
She hit me first. She hit me first.
In this particular case, seems like a one-way street. Just on this one.
He's being a protector by downplaying it, even though he needs the protection. Yeah, he was downplaying it.
She had all the audacity.
Ms. Clark, violence in a relationship is not normal. Well, that one I can't say because there are people who.
Oh, look at Cypher. Look at Cypher.
But it also leads to sex and separation.
You get the makeup.
That's some people's reality right there.
Bloody lip, black eye kissing, and look.
You know you ain't leaving me.
You dumbass nigga. He told me in it, Joe. You dumbass nigga. You dumbass nigga. I don't even remember saying it. I must have really been hot that day. I don't remember saying that. I was like, why did I say that? What happened?
That ain't even me.
Why was I so triggered? I should have said give me some space. I should have what happened to the shoulders? What happened to the shoulders?
Who is this person?
Dumbass nigga. You got dumbass nigga. I let it go, roll off my back. I don't know what happened. He must have, that was my trigger right there. That white man thing. What about the white man? Oh man.
I'm gonna play this clip because I'm curious and I'm impatient. I don't know why Jay put this here. I'm just trying to see what this is. That was
no, it was respect over love. That was watching Love and Hip Hop. Respect over love.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that a little bit yesterday. I remember that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, go back to your question, Jay. That's not what Mike is saying. That was their norm. That's why she felt comfortable enough to do it in public. Absolutely.
It's not common.
Common sense is not common. No, a genius is somebody who has mastered common sense, and I ain't calling myself a genius. And a great liar is somebody who'll make you doubt your common sense. I just wish the same energy would have been for all the decades and centuries that women have been abused by men to point of hospitalization and death. This is the norm for some people. I agree with you 100%. I'm just, when I get when you make a comment like that, I'm not going to reply to that comment, which is 100% right, by saying, yeah, but some of these relationships, it was the norm and it just got out of hand. I would never do that. But for some reason, when we see a man in this situation, we're able to use that audacity to go like, it might be in the dynamics.
Yeah, just wrong, full stop. We agree with the comment, full stop, and that was wrong.
That might be their norm. To us, that may not have seen that it's not our norm. Both can be true. Okay, when the cops come, it's not.
Yeah, when the cops come, your norm don't matter.
Just speak your norm. If it's so normal, when the cops come, tell them that.
Stand on business. I said the same thing. Just say this is how we do it. It's us. Get out of our business.
Stand on it. And you know why you won't stand on it? Because you know it's wrong.
Yeah.
And what y'all say is the norm. I say y'all know y'all can get away with it when nobody can see it. That's all I'm saying.
That's a crazy story.
Allegedly, someone who looked just like me was slapped by an ex. I didn't hit her back, but I might had a female friend protect me with aggression. She was appreciated. Okay, all right.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Everything's allegedly. Might look like it was R. Kelly's brother.
There's a lot of people who look like you.
Brother was on that tape.
There's a lot of people who look like you. Y'all all look alike. Remember, we all look alike. I don't remember him saying it either. Damn.
Well, we got the proof.
We got it.
You don't remember?
You dumbass nigga. We got it. We believe you. You dumbass nigga. No, it's like Mike said. Remember Mike that day when you was like all that stuff we said and you picked out that one comment? Remember that? The first time it happened? Like, he was like, yo, we said all this stuff, all this good stuff, all the stuff that had to do all that. And it's like, yo, this one arbitrary thing, and you just grabbed onto that and went somewhere left. That's how I felt. I'm like, I broke this whole thing down about black people, and this is how we as black people do that. Well, anti-white. I said, what the heck just happened? What kind of chip must have been downloaded in the person's brain? But I mean, we all suffer. That's why I did the lesson I did today, trying to deprogram us a little bit.
I will not tell my daughter that it's okay to be in a relationship where there isn't. I'm not judging people. See, let me make this clear. I'm not judging people who have been in these situations, been in these toxic relationships.
Oh yeah, I've been
that you were equally at fault, or maybe not equally at fault.
But both had your moments. Both had your moments.
Both had your moments. Both had craziness. I'm not judging that. What I'm saying is that when we see it, if we're going to analyze the dynamics and the norms, and we're going to break all that down, then it's a very scary thing to do because you're gonna have to do the same thing when you see a man do it to a woman. That's all I'm saying. All I remember him saying is Mike made a clip. You blacked out, Dr. Phyllis. You blacked out, hype. Oh, I don't even know what clip you're talking about.
Dumbass nigga. What are you doing? Shout out to the couples who do keep it going when the cops come, because I have seen that too. I've seen couples act like the cop ain't even arrived. The cops will come in the house and the couples will keep going like it ain't nothing going on. I've lived close to people and I've heard it through walls and I've seen it from some people are like, we don't care if the cops are there or not. They can get all this smoke.
I see. Ty said she's been in a toxic relationship. She needed to remove, so that means that she didn't initially. So that was her norm for a stretch. And then she's like, I gotta get out of this. This is too
you learn though. Yeah. The one thing I have focused on, Mike, even we talk all the time about single life. One thing I think about all the time, I'll be like, I want somebody that's healed. That's like one or two for me now. That's one of the main things. Like if I see the baggage, the toxicity, if I see the trauma and it's not getting dealt with and all that, and within like 10 seconds of a conversation, I feel the same about myself. That's why I say, I'm still gonna keep working on myself and get myself together. I ain't gonna jump out and toxic and mess somebody else up with my trauma. I'm gonna handle this first.
But in your relationships, Kamari, do you want respect or love? Wait a minute.
I don't think we should skip over what Doc said, because that's a cheat code. That's the gem right there.
Oh, what to look for? Yeah. Somebody's healing.
No, even the healing, because hurt people hurt people, and a lot of times people won't stop and say, "Wait a minute, something's wrong." Full stop. Let me get help. Let me work these things.
Well, that might push that person away too. You trying to get me help?
Who cares? Who cares? Then they're not the right person for you.
With the heart,
and some people like broken people.
Right.
A whole lot of women out there is like, oh, I see Theo's got all this drama and trauma. I could fix them. I don't want that woman. I know they're out there. I know they're ready to come and try to save me. I don't want them. I'm good. I'll wait till I get myself right, and then I can find somebody that's healed. But I know if I jump out in these streets and talk about my trauma for a good couple of weeks, there's a few women that's going to be like, oh, baby, I don't want that. I don't want no mom or no nurse.
Jeanette, stop lying. Stop lying, Jeanette.
Jeanette said, I never had the cops called on me.
Stop lying.
Okay, well, if that's
that means you slick. That means you slick with it. That means you slick with
it. Back to your question, Jay. I crack jokes. I crack jokes through everything. Through joy and pain, I crack jokes. And so much so, I have to let my wife know that I'm cracking a joke, but I'm serious. But that's how I deal with it. That's how I deal with it. Because
I'm cracking a joke.
I'm serious. No, I mean, listen, because there's humor in everything. In my opinion,
truth in it too, right? Truth in
right, and there's truth in it. And so instead of fueling with anger and rage, which can happen sometimes, I choose to tell jokes.
So your wife cheated on you. Is humor in that, huh?
Yeah, I can find humor in that. I can also let her know that.
That was funny to me when you said it. I'm not saying nothing against Kamari, but the way you came in with that, like that fast,
he's always trying to gaslight.
The timing was hilarious. The timing was hilarious.
He's always trying to gaslight me.
And he came so far from left field. Nobody expected that line. You had just finished your statement. He's like, "So your wife cheats on you?" Do it. I said, "Wait, what?" Of all the scenarios, though, to talk about in the humorous context.
Yeah, I'm being vulnerable here on the show, sharing y'all my intimate.
You were vulnerable when you said that you was okay with your wife fantasizing about another man when y'all having sex.
Jay on fire today.
That's not what I said, Jay. But go ahead, go off. Have fun. Have fun. Get loose. Have fun.
Go ahead.
He podding. We say, "Come on, he podding." That's he called it.
He podding.
He podding right now.
He fine with the polygamy in a relationship.
Whatever works for you works for you.
Oh man.
It was just a lot. It was a lot.
And whatever works for you. You took that as he's into it. Listen, this is Jay Black. This is when Jay Black has spent 25 minutes of the show being wrong, somebody got to catch the hell.
Somebody catching it. He had one ready.
Somebody got to catch it.
He said, "Somebody who gonna catch this? Who gonna catch it?"
Somebody has to catch a stray that wasn't even meant for them. Kamari just joined in the show because we wanted him to come on the show.
You know, Sha'Carri Richardson. Jay Black acting like Sha'Carri Richardson out here.
He acting like Sha'Carri.
People off. You let them do this to me? That's what we doing out here, Christian. You ain't gonna say nothing.
You let Mike play these clips and you the man in this situation.
Q said the thing is you can grow up seeing abuse and either find it as normal or toxic. One of my exes said he saw his mom get beat. He had no problem doing that himself because it kept their marriage. Yes, absolutely.
Wow. Marriage is important to a lot of people. They don't want to break up.
That's unfortunate, but that's facts. That's facts.
Marriage is important to a lot of people. How about safety is important?
Wait a second. Go back. Where did you get marriage is important to a lot of people from there?
because it kept their marriage.
So out of all that.
Yeah, out of all that.
Okay. All right.
If this was like an assignment, the main point or the subject in the sentence, I don't know if that was the subject, but like each his own. You know, we're not in school today.
He
turned people do. They do stay in relationship in marriages because they don't want to look. Oh, we got divorced, or it didn't work. I knew it wasn't going to work.
The fact they stayed together despite it made him feel like it was.
But out of all that, you made it look admirable. You were like, hey, I mean, marriage is important to other people. And if marriage is important.
Marriage is important.
Nah.
Ain't no joking and cheating.
Look, Todd said ain't no joking and cheating. Kamari said he is the joker. Why so serious? Yeah, why so serious? Like Kamari, I'm with Kamari. Sometimes in order to keep yourself from exploding into
pregnant
a place.
by somebody else. Cypher said, "What's the fun in that?" Let me hear that joke. Your wife.
If they had twins, she probably have 2 pops. Get it? 2 pops.
Perfect analogy.
I got you, Kamari. That's all. Yeah. You know, I need you covered. I need my cover. I did hip hop professional. Yeah, that was a hot line too.
That was a hot line. Classic.
You can tell all types of jokes. You'd be like, well, I guess it wasn't menopause. You know what I'm saying?
What did Drake say? They freeze. Kendrick kid wasn't even his, right?
Jay Black, he wanted to go on a jet to holiday with his slick comments.
All right,
Okay.
no, but real quick, I was just wondering because I watched Love and Hip Hop, and it came up. This is a cheating couple. Yandy is cheating on Mendici, but it was only emotional cheating. She said allegedly, no physical. But and Mendici was checking her like, look, respect over love. That's what he's saying he needs. And I know they weren't talking about this to that degree, but this is what I was taking away from it.
Oh boy,
ladies.
Dude, I respect you.
I take respect over love any day.
Stop saying that. I don't like that.
Why not?
Love comes first. If I love you, I'm gonna respect you.
This is what I want you to put respect first. I care more about
That's
respect.
weird.
I care more about respect.
So is that weird to care more about respect over love? It was just something I picked up on.
Dude, Mendici comes from the streets and getting locked up and doing bids and yeah, in that world, respect is on the highest. That for him. How about this, y'all? How about this? That's his norm.
There's a lot of viral clips. Even I heard pastors talk about that in terms of maintaining relationships and how what women see in terms of security and safety is how men see respect. And they preached about it and explained it and used Bible and everything else. Men need and want respect. And that's why they talk about man caves and all that and having peace on Father's Day. They don't need everybody in their face. They don't need a bunch of flowers. They don't need a bunch of kind words. They need respect. Like, give me my space, give me my respect. Like, that's it. Like, after that, and I know from African American perspective, there's so many black men who grew up around men that didn't even talk a lot, wore the overalls or the socks with sandals, didn't even talk a lot. Only time it'd be an issue is if you showed some disrespect. I've had uncles and grandfathers like that, where it's like, I don't need you to hug me 20 times today. I don't even need you to talk to me too much. I don't need you to be in my face. Matter of fact, I just worked a double. I need you to leave me alone. I need you to not make a lot of noise and make sure I get to sleep. Because respect the fact that this house is being, kept up because you told me come in for 3 hours and go back out and work. Just respect what I'm doing. That's it. And none of those men ever even asked them, do I take care of them? I have men in the family that have literally went through the whole process of deteriorating and never said who I'm gonna move in with, and y'all see me. It wasn't about that. Just know that without me, y'all probably would have a different life. Thank me for what I did. That's cool. Like, that's it. And hold it down. Be strong enough to stand on your own, and you've done everything you can for me as a man.
But the pushback on which Mandy said is, if you love that man, you realize that's part of loving him.
No.
Yeah, but most men can't feel the love until he's felt that he's respected.
I got people in my family I love that I have no respect for, Mike. Let me just be clear. Let me be vulnerable since Kamari started off. I could think of 3 people in my family right now. I love them to death. I would stop this broadcast and drive 10 hours right now. But if you said you respect them, that nigga be lying. I don't respect him at all.
Well,
that nigga owe me money. That nigga ran up on me. That nigga tried to holler at my girl when I was getting engaged. Like, all of that done happen in real life. But I still love him. I got nothing but love for you. I ain't mad at you.
Josh said emotional cheating is cheating. That is worse than having sex. I ain't gonna take it that. I ain't gonna take it that far.
People have different opinions of that.
Well, some people do think that deeper connection means something other than your one night stand.
I'm on that side, but I know that the other side is like, no, don't get caught naked talking about something. This isn't as bad. It's like, no.
Let's. The chances are very unlikely that I'm gonna forgive either one. Right? Chances are very unlikely. But you have a 1% chance of me maybe being able to continue a relationship if it's emotional cheating.
Yeah.
You have a 1% chance.
Yeah.
The other one, you have a 0%.
It's done.
I don't care if it was alcohol involved. I don't listen, and I'm gonna do it just like this. Girl, I get it. Everything you just said, I understand. I've been in your shoes. You weren't yourself.
You pushing it away the whole time. You pushing it away every day.
I'm like this.
With every comment.
Yeah, but this is over.
More distance, more space.
I'm gonna grab my bag.
You backing up with every push.
I'm grabbing my bag.
Closer to your bag.
Closer to the door every time you close.
This one is all over.
So Mike, you're saying as long as you don't get dressed, Mike's saying in his relationship, just don't have physical sex. If you were texting someone and want to know how Todd said, yo, how was your day? And you want to get into their personal space and what happened with this and
depending on how long that was going on too.
Okay, Mike said he can tolerate that more than you getting smashed out.
Let's say what Mike said. Mike said there's a 1% chance out of 100 that there's hope that you hit the Powerball. You know, there's a chance that you can win the Powerball today.
Everybody got a chance.
If she comes and tells you herself, right?
What are my probabilities now?
Let's say she just came to you and told you herself. Let's say it's only been going on for like a week and a half, right? Let's say you genuinely weren't giving her any of that emotional attention at all during. Like there's a perfect storm, at least for me, where I'm like, you know what? I feel what Mike is saying, because there's certain situations where you just came clean. And it wasn't going on that long, and I hadn't accused you and you lied after I already had it. No, none of that. I had no idea. You was like, listen, I just want to talk to you about something. Like recently, but like you come like that, I might respect you. I have to respect it.
You got a chance.
You got a chance.
You got a chance. The other one?
Yeah. We're not doing that.
It's a lot different.
The movies, did you work positions? Did you do? Did you give them? Or did you? Let me ask you this one thing. Did you do that thing? No, I ain't none of that. We ain't doing that.
I'm not even living that life. I'm not the person who's gonna wake up in bed at 3:00 in the morning and just stare at you.
Cold sweats. He pop up staring at her while she's sleeping. I wonder if she.
Sean said most times when you are respected, you love it, but just by you. Love something, you don't have to respect it. Got it.
That's how guys be getting lined up though, Mike, also. Because girls will love bomb them, have sex with them, shower them with affection while they're setting them up to be robbed and murdered because they don't respect them.
Yep.
So all that signs of love and acting lovingly has nothing to do with respect. Because you can put it on me, you can be there for me, you can marry me and just want my money and have no respect for me.
But let's be clear though. There's no love there either. There's no love and there's no respect in that scenario, Doc. Done.
I can concede the point, but what looks like love, I'm saying you can have all the trappings of love, but I would rather have genuine respect, because then no matter how you're acting, because you're gonna hurt each other.
Right, but like I just said, like a man can't really feel the love unless there's real respect there. So it's tricky.
No, I like that part. I like even the love is there. If no respect, you're not even gonna feel the love.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah.
And I get it, because everybody has a different way. I kind of agree with Kamari. If you love me, I'm assuming that with the love has to come respect.
Right.
That's what I'm assuming.
That's not love language though, Mike. I'm saying that's how you love me.
That's how you get under that. That's how you get. Well, I was about to say
I told my lady before, right? I told you. I said she used to ask about how to behave in this situation and early conversation in a relationship. I would say, just behave like I'm about to walk in the room, and her eyes open wide, and it made perfect sense to her. And it helped her to always govern herself accordingly. If you're about to walk in, and the other one was, when I leave, we leaving. That was a big one. And people would look at me like, Dad, you got to go really, because when I'd be at an event or I talk to my friend something, I would just zip up my coat and my lady would jump up and zip up her coat. They'd be like, oh shoot. And it's like, no, we're on the same page.
I love that.
We're on the same page. She knows she ain't got no business here if I'm not here. First and second of all, I'm her protection. Why she gonna stand around with a bunch of raving potential wolf men when her protection is walking out the door? Predator. She's not being controlled. She's intelligent.
Predators.
Yeah, what kind of woman wants to stand around a bunch of men after her protection leaves? It just didn't make sense, and I explained to her that way.
Tasha said, "Respect me first. The love will come."
But
Gotcha.
that's the problem with Yandy's comment, though, right? So part of what Mandisi was saying, because she talks to him all kinds of crazy, and I haven't watched that show in years. So how can you really say you love me when you don't respect me?
Yeah, you talking crazy.
You know, emotional.
Emotional cheating and talking crazy.
Jay got one more, then we gotta go.
One more. No, I saw this. I thought it was crazy because I went to Dunkin' Donut. They got a tip jar. I went to get the Philly pretzel. They had a tip jar.
Yeah,
And
go
this
to
lady-
UPS mail store. They got a tip.
got a tip. So this lady, they kicking this lady out of the restaurant if she don't tip.
I'm not welcome here anymore. We work only like $2 an hour.
They only make $2 an hour.
But you can't force anybody to give a tip.
Well, then I cannot. I'm not going to service you. Why am I here to bring you food?
That should be your manager. I mean,
No,
you
all
work.
restaurants, we work for
You.
tips.
I mean, but that's your manager.
Don't come back no more. Get out. I've been kicked out of better places than this.
I'm glad that you said that. This is Grand Bistro.
Yeah, you're so pretty and you fucking eating your tip.
Oh, that's the Asian
I
lady.
mean, you can't force me to tip. You are choosing to work for $2 an hour. I'm not forcing you to serve. I'm not forcing you to serve me. I'm not forcing you to serve me. You're choosing to work here for $2 an hour. That has nothing to do with me.
There's nothing to talk about at this point.
So they basically kicking her out. She not giving no tip. They want to know before, hey, are you tipping? They want to know from the door. I'm only making $2 an hour. If you're not tipping, we not even serving you.
Wow.
So is that the new wave? Like everybody want to tip. $2 an hour is crazy. But shit, that's you chose to take this job. You chose that.
But this is where there's a bullshit place. Why doesn't the place just put the tip inside?
Yeah. They can do that.
Include it inside the check like everywhere
And
else.
a lot of people are doing that, yeah.
Yeah, steak 48, steak
You
48.
have to have your boss.
Yeah.
Your business with your boss. You're right.
PF Chang's, they put the tip inside the charge. You can't even separate it. It tells you gratuities.
You can't just force people to have to pay a tip.
You can talk to your manager and make a policy.
They're doing that now.
They do it at restaurants. You've been to a restaurant and didn't even know they did it.
They be like groups of 6 or more is an 18% gratuity, a 20% gratuity.
No, so Doc, they doing it now. It could be one person, and they tag it on gratuity for every check.
Yes, I would have told that worker, that server, I would say, first of all, Trump said no tax on tips and he lied, so that's part of your beef. And your supervisor who didn't make this a part of the policy, that's where your beef is at. And you're accelerating the onset of automation because these are the type of events that make people glad that your job gets taken. And that's why when I go to Whole Foods, I go to self-checkout all the time. Because as a black man, I've had so many experiences of people looking at me like I'm about to run or did I pay or what else I got. I don't even want to deal with a human being and deal with all their biases and them staring me down and looking scared when I try to give them my money. So I go straight to the computer who doesn't act racist and I go about my business and don't get disturbed or triggered.
And the ignorance of it is the owner of this place has opened up himself for a lawsuit because you can't deny somebody unless it states that in this establishment, unless you have a sign that says that you have to tip to get served here, you've opened yourself up for a lawsuit. You can't make up a rule as an employee that we're not going to serve you because now I'm going to say, is it because I'm not tipping or is it because of my skin color?
Yeah, because somebody could easily argue that wasn't the real reason. A good lawyer gonna spin that right away. Be like, we know the real reason why she didn't get served.
Marcus said you have to earn your tips.
You have to earn your. Listen,
yeah, that part too. Because if I agree to tip you, then you purposely give me terrible service, make me wait for an hour and a half, and my food looks like somebody stepped on it. I still gotta give you this money because I agreed to tip you.
I had a tip jar at the
liquor store.
Oh, at the liquor store. And you know what? I have tip jar, but that's because I was an addict.
You see the tip jar?
You tapped on it.
You tapped on your
Tap the bottle. Tap the bottle.
It's tips everywhere. Readers, Dunkin' Donuts, the press, everywhere they got a tip. Oh, yo, you giving the tip, and then they having like they expect you to tip for handing.
That's why it's so expensive to go outside. Just to step without the door.
We don't expect you to tip. Like the jar is there. Listen, I decide if my tip is under $5 and you give me a tip. Sometimes they personally give it to you, and if they give me a tip under $5, I share it with the crew because we divide that up Christmas. But if it's over $5, that's now gas money.
But
so now
you're not welcome here.
No, that's ridiculous. That can't even be legal. Gratuity is not mandatory to receive service. Service fee is mandatory. They got to word it differently. Well, they worded it in P.F. Chang's. They got it in there. But what these people did is open themselves up for a lawsuit. They can't say we're not going to serve you if you're not tipping. They didn't even wait to find out. They want to know off the door.
Yeah, they wanted to know from the rip. Hey, and she like, huh?
I wonder what kind of place this is.
She said it. It was bistro something. She was saying it.
And it's just like we said, the law says it's, there's always the right to refuse service. The businesses always have the right to refuse service, but it's limited by anti-discrimination laws, just like we said. So everything that we said through the course of that whole, they're going to make it a racial thing and all that, that's the danger. That's the slippery slope, because they have to do it consistently. So they can't have somebody who just came in an hour ago who didn't agree to tip, that didn't get kicked out. But then when I don't agree to tip, I get kicked out, right? So then it becomes something else. You got to be consistent the way you apply it. It can't be protected class.
I gotta get out of here on this. He said, I'm calling ice.
I'm calling ice.
Ice, baby.
Congrats, Craig, by the way. Craig about to be a grandparent. His first grandchild, he just found out. Hopefully you like the baby dad. Hopefully all is good in the family. But yeah, hopefully. But congrats.
Be easy on that baby dad, though, unless he a total loser. Because, man, them in-laws, you can do everything right. Them in-laws are still a headache sometimes.
And I want to tell all the men over 40
it's called cash
who's complaining about tips. Every heterosexual man over 40
everywhere
who's complaining about tip jars being everywhere. If you were at strip clubs tipping strippers on a regular basis, shut your ass up.
I mean, there was good service there, Mike.
I saw it coming. I got out the way. I saw it coming.
Let me tell you something. Shut your ass. Y'all have tipped some miserable strippers in your life, and y'all knew it was the protocol, and y'all didn't want the word to get around to the other strippers. So even though this was a horrible lap dance, y'all went in that pocket and y'all tipped that money. So
I need a tip drill. Okay,
when you at the Dunkin' Donuts, run them pockets. When you at the UPS mail store, run them pockets. When you at Wawa, wherever else that you feel is 7-Eleven, run them pockets.
It's OnlyFans generation. They tip all this virtual stuff when they don't get anything real in return. They buying roses on TikTok. They got OnlyFans subscriptions. This is at least real life. So you got a great point. At least I'm really doing something.
You done tipped a flat ass stripper in your life. Shut your ass up. You done tipped a no curve having stripper that stood in front of you for 15 minutes. Shut your
smell
ass.
Like Ben Gay. She smell like Ben Gay.
Nobody shaming.
She's supposed to retire. She smell like Ben Gay.
Y'all done tipped.
And white diamonds. She smell like white diamonds and Ben Gay. See, what year did you start?
She smelled like white diamonds, Ben Gay, and Chinese food all at the same time, and you still tipped her ass.
What year is this?
Y'all need to stop.
The time machine. You putting a time machine on me right there.
What you know about Night Off Broadway?
What Ashley Newman? She was out there.
Night Off Broadway. I tipped. This was in the early 2000s. This wasn't the norm. I tipped a stripper with a picture tattooed on her face of her boyfriend. So stop playing with me.
Wow.
He wasn't treating you right. He wasn't treating you right.
I got a lap dance. I got a lap dance with another dude's face in my face, like
staring at you. You better tip. You better tip.
You like relationships.
The tattoo is staring at you like you better tip her.
I was not expecting NOBs to be brought up today. One way in, one way out. Jesus Christ.
I have tip strippers who had baby powder on their chest to cover the bullet wound. I have.
Before those cheetah paws, it was baby powder back in our day, right?
It was baby powder. It
wasn't tattoos. Johnson & Johnson.
I won't even be funny. I'll give you a true story. I tipped a stripper who told me how she got stabbed 5 times and showed it to me as the music was.
So this one, when they hit me on
this
side,
number 3 right here. This number 3. Oh, this number 4. This number 4.
This little mark right here. This one, I didn't even feel that one.
You know what I did? I reached in my pocket.
You deserve it.
I'm tipping.
You deserve it. You are the female 50 Cent.
You got to pay for the recovery.
Strippers work hard for their money. No, they don't. Not all of them do. Stop.
I'm about to say. So I heard. I don't know.
There have been some lazy, damn Down syndrome strippers that have given me the worst
Some people say they try to take breaks on certain people. Sometimes they sit on your lap like they waiting on a bus, and you're like, hey.
Yeah, they sit. Some of them will sit on your lap and talk to you and never move.
That's the hustle. That's the finesse. Ain't you Michael Sean? Like my God.
So the Piccadilly had all the chicks with bullet holes in them.
Bullet holes. I had a chick sit on my lap like I was Santa Claus and we were in the food court. I was like, what?
Put their arm around your shoulder. Get your halfway through the first verse.
I started moving her.
Like, the sit and spin. Remember the kid toy, the sit and spin? Hey, what you got to get this going.
Strippers on here watching. Stop. Somebody on here was a stripper before. Stop.
Hold up, but shout out to anybody who allegedly who was ever in a strip club, and then they got the prettiest stripper in the place, and that song "Let's Get It On" came on because it was like an 8-minute song. Let's get it on, and you knew that joke. That song lasted for like 8 minutes, and you'd be like, everybody looking like, oh man, he got her already.
And shout out to the hater ass DJs who knew we had to pay for the lap dances song by song, and they would only let the song last for a minute and jump into another one. You'd be like, oh,
try to cut it.
What are you doing?
By the time you know it, you done paid for 15 songs. Run that $300 right now.
Oh shoot! So we heard.
All right, we ended on a high note. All right, y'all. We'll be
because I was starting to become offended. See, I told you, former strippers told you, Mike. You didn't even know K-Day used to be a stripper.
Oh, I know.
See, we can't be offending people.
Look at my face. Look how Mike leaving. I'm backing up. I'm back up.
Okay, with
Let Mike close us out. Let Mike cook. Go ahead, Mike. I saw it coming.
Mike.
When was you gonna run that info? Like how long you was gonna protect?
You just sitting on that? No pun intended.
Look, I know Asha Boo is morally amazing and is a fundamentally sound woman with intelligence who has a fashion statement and is very pretty.
I'm going full YN.
But K-Day, if you wanted to override all that.
It was already a tie. Look, Doc, it was
a tie. Mike, you was about to propose like 3 days ago, Mike.
No, it was a tie before.
No, Mike said he was proposing. They was some black love. They was Mike and Ash in that joint in the comments.
You telling me this entire time you had the high joker? This entire time you had
He said, I got the ring. You can adjust the ring to any size.
Who knew?
We believe in second chances, he said.
Who knew? Asha Boo trying to save my soul. All you had to do is say you was what?
No, the way Mike leaned in though, I said, oh, no, Mike hit this joint. Mike said, wait. What's all he needed to
so like K-Day with the hair that was flowing when she popped on live and that K-Day used to be a stripper. Wow.
People gotta make money out here. Time's hard, life is real.
No, she flipped it though. She used it for the right reasons though. I believe K-Day is the type that was a stripper for the right, like the money. She wasn't the ones with the late nights.
No, she paid for tuition. She did.
I always think it's crazy because people do be trying to shame strippers and be in the strip club with the strippers.
I think they all do that.
That's always weird to me. It's like, yo, we in the same spot, basically doing the same type of thing. I'm your customer. If anything, you hustling me. How am I gonna shame you when I leave broke? I leave without my money, you leave with my money, but I'm gonna try to make you seem like you did.
I've never gone over the trauma. The first time I saw a stripper outside a strip club in regular clothes at the mall, the Cherry Hill Mall, at 2:00 in the afternoon, I was like, wow, you're normal.
You got a real life.
You got a real life.
Like seeing your teacher when you were in kindergarten outside at the supermarket.
I was like this. What are you doing here? She was like, what?
You're like, where's the pole?
Where?
There's no in the produce section. What you about to do?
You have a pole in your pocketbook or something?
Like come on in the back. Come on in the back.
I've never seen you not spinning around. You walking
we all
straight.
Have a pass too. Oh, KT was a stripper too. Okay.
Hey, wait, she didn't say that. She didn't say that.
I'm just saying we all have a pass.
So wait, Jay. Jay.
No, KT. It's nothing.
I don't know what your pass is, KT. I just thought Jay was a little presumptuous. I thought Jay used that label a little too fast, too confident.
Don't judge people like that. Yeah. That's not cool. No.
She could have known somebody who was and just said, "Don't judge him." You threw the whole song on her.
Listen, y'all. We got.
Katie just cleared it up. She cleared it up.
Oh wait.
Did she clear it up?
Don't put no smut on her name.
Let me put her comment. Did she clear it up? Did she clear it up? What is it? Did she clear it up? I was never a stripper. Just wanted to mess with Mike for a second.
See?
And it worked.
It worked.
Mike wants a private dancer.
I got butterflies in my stomach.
Now look at you, Kirsten. You threw K-Day stuff on Kirsten and K-Day stuff wasn't even real. See? Jay Black that made 2 listener strippers. It's nothing about it. You read the comment. No, got another one, Mike. Got another one.
Being honest. I like when people be honest on the show. They get real wrong.
Oh man.
Jay, the ultimate shade thrower.
That's funny, Anthony. That was funny.
What do you say, sidebar? Why do all white strip club dancers have regular names?
That's funny.
We don't know. I gotta go to work. I'll see you too.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby,